Hello Aquarius and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot. Let's start your reading. Let's see what your reading is about, Aquarius. What is Aquarius's reading about? Let me shuffle once more. So I've got your card. So it says, become immune to poison. Don't take anything personally. The whole world can gossip about you, and if you don't take it personally, you are immune. Immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of the second agreement. So here you are probably, experiencing a bit of a contaminated environment, let's say. Okay, and you are being urged, to be immune to it. Maybe a lot of people are saying a lot of things, and for some of you it could be that internal voice also, which is your ego talking, because it always kind of brings up the negative stuff, right? And it's always very always wants to assert itself, so it's always going to be harsh and always telling you that this is bad, this is good, this is this, this is that. So it could be the internal chatter which is poisonous for your well-being, or it could be something which other people have been saying. Let's see what this is about. We'll start by taking a look at the past of this card. We have the Eight of Coins. You've been working hard with something, with respect to something. It's been a little unpleasant, Aquarius, but you've not been giving up. You have been at it. Queen of Coins, Four of Swords, and the Chariot. You've been working hard with respect to we have the Ace of Wands. So there has been something new, all right, something a little, but you're not you feel, in spite of having worked very hard with something happening, an opportunity or something which came your way, you've been working very hard at it, looking at gains for yourself, but whatever you've got, somehow it's not making you very happy, right? You moved ahead with something, you proceeded with certain plans, right? And you worked really hard, but somehow it is, see here, the Four of Swords is a card which is confining, unpleasant, being tied down, being held in a place, not being able to move. And look at the swords over here, this three and the fourth one over here. It's like you feel very restrained, you feel very confined, you feel you can't get out of this toiling, constantly working very hard, and deadlines to meet, and conditions are also very difficult situation. The environment around you is a little oppressive, that's what I get. So even though you've got a fantastic opportunity, Aquarius, and you're looking, and that it is something which can give you a lot, yet you don't feel very happy with it. And I think maybe it's your inner voice, which is that ego talk, which is really bothering you, or other people telling you things which again, like, make you feel, don't they make you feel a little oppressed. Let me get a little more on this. So even though you feel restrained, and you feel you really can't do much, you're still struggling with something, Aquarius. You're still struggling with something, you don't like it at all, but still you're at it. Okay, it is something with the past, connected to your past. Okay, childhood maybe, or a relationship of the past, maybe something to do with siblings, where you feel tied, that you need to be with it for a while, even if you don't like it, even if the other person is going to be very unpleasant towards you. But there is a certain practicality which needs to be dealt with. There are certain things which need to be done. You cannot move out of that. And having been in the midst of doing all of that, and listening to some kind of poisonous comments, whether your own or the other person's. You are very stoically going about doing unpleasant tasks because that is what needs to be done. We have the Knight of Cups. So you have, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Six of Cups. Emotionally, this is not a good time for you, right? You do not really, you have not been, this is the past. So you've not been really expressing your emotions, but getting done with things which are required to be done. Maybe some of you could have traveled a little bit, and wherever you have gone, the thing has not worked out very well. Whatever, wherever you have reached, that place does not seem to be, you know it's not a very happy place to be in, but whatever is required, you're doing that. And it's like the cards are saying, you need to be practical, get done with things, even if you don't like it, even if it is unpleasant. That's the energy you have been in so far. Maybe, doing all of it, you have, you're resisting it. You don't want to do it, and that is why your ego keeps telling you that, what is this you're doing? I would like to, really have a few good words with somebody else, and give them a piece of my mind for putting me into this, or I don't want to do it. Why is the other person not doing it? I'm, that kind of thing going on and on in one's mind, Aquarius. Or you having to listen to something like this from the other person while you are really doing what is required. So that is, that very, very unpleasant environment that you got to do it, yet you have to listen to unpleasant talk, whether it is your own ego telling you or other people telling you. I mean, you can't come out of it. You have to do it, and you have been listening to it while you've been doing it. Definitely, like very clearly doing something which is rather unpleasant. You do not like it, other people adding to it, or your own inner, ego telling you that what is it that you're doing. In the present, we have the Seven of Cups. So there is, some confusion with respect to whatever persists. Another seven of coins. See, there is nothing more you can do with respect to whatever you've been dealing with, right? So though it was very unpleasant, it was not very nice, and you did not like doing it, but you've completed it, I feel. But it's like still lingering with you. It is still lingering with you that, what happened, or who said what, or what happened, why it happened, all of those things. Ten of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Page of Coins. That's the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And in the present, so whatever happened, whatever you went, you were experiencing in the present, you were a little confused as to what is the next step. But whatever has happened, there has been some kind of a patching up with another person, or probably the person who was probably making you feel a little emotionally poisonous, let's say. Okay, so there has been a patch up, there has been some kind of an initiative either from the other person or from you, to kind of bring things into a bit of a balance, and you have accepted that, Aquarius. Okay, that offer which was made to you, for your emotional well-being, and generally you're feeling good after the person reconnected, and they kind of decided, you and that person, that all right, whatever it is, whether you definitely accepted what they offered, and now there is a bit of ease in your relationship, which was earlier very, very toxic. Okay, you were in it, you couldn't get out of it, you did all you could, and then you kind of left it, and then you have this other person coming back with an offer, and the things are better between you and the other person, or people who were around you, who were also adding to a little bit of adding to this environment. What's coming up for you? We have the Page of Swords, Six of Coins, confusion. You got too many ideas, too much going on in your head, how to balance things with this particular person. So whoever was the person who was contributing to all of this, now that the patching up has happened, and for those of you where it hasn't, sorry, you'll be experiencing it really soon. Okay, but now again there will be a confusion out how to keep that balance, how to maintain the balance. What do I need to give? What is that person going to give? So if that person gives me, it's like, okay, let's talk of a conversation. If that person sends me a message, I will send a reply, proportionate to what they have said. It's not going to be more than that, it's not going to be, less than that. I'm just going to, keep things in balance, and I will see how much I need to say, how much I need to share. All of that becomes very toxic, Aquarius, if you are constantly trying to balance things. That is what is going to lead to that poison coming in. It's like give, you want to give wholeheartedly. It's up to the other person. If they are equally generous, the more generous we are, we have a larger capacity to give as well as receive. But people who are miserly, they, even in emotions, they will not give you anything, or they will give you very measured, or maybe even less. So and you don't compromise on that, Aquarius. Give. And I'm not saying give lots, I'm just saying what the cards are saying, that give what you feel like giving, not in proportion to what you are getting, because then you are changing yourself. You are not being the person who you are. You are limiting yourself. So you draw, boundaries. You restrain, you restrict yourself, and then that becomes poisonous again. There are a lot of meanings to this card with respect to your reading. So you can get, have that toxic energy in you through any which way, even if you feel that, and it's like, you are saying this, so I will say this much to you, not more, not less, etc. That could also be leading to some kind of, unpleasantness and imbalance in your energy, because you're constantly thinking about it. You're not doing things freely. You are doing things in a forced manner. And that also leads to a poisonous environment. Because I have to do it, because it is required of me. I would like to do more, but I will not do more. I don't want to do so much, but I should do so much. That's what is going to lead to that poison. Okay? Because that's the Six of Coins. It's all about giving and taking. Because otherwise, you will feel out in the cold. You will not feel very happy, Aquarius, if you're going to be, just 1 teaspoon, not more. That kind of measured stuff is going to make you feel a little miserable. Cold weather just adds to it. 9 of Swords, right? They could be, so this is what is coming up. You will get that breakthrough with the Tower card, that, what is this you are doing? How is it that you're responding? How are you handling this relationship? How is it that, you're handling other people? The more controlled you are, the more forced you are, the more restrained, restricted, pressurized you are, it's going to become a burden. It's going to become poisonous. This relationship is going to become poisonous. I think, that's the clarity you will get. You will all get it, at your own level. Maybe something happens from outside which kind of clears this confusion for you. Maybe you have your own, insight into things, but you are going to go through this for a few days, because it's out in the cards. You will think about it. It was going to bother you. What should I do? How should I handle? What is the give and take? So while you're in that process, that churning is there, so the poison comes out, it gets released, and you're left feeling happy and with that insight with how much you want to give and how you want to proceed with this. Okay, let me get you a little guidance. What's the guidance for Aquarius? Oops. Got 4 cards. Let's see. Here this is, ignore the opinion of others. So do, what you feel is the right thing you should, what nurtures you, what makes you happy. Speak with integrity. So that's what the communication is. Speak what you want to speak, not what the other person is going to think about, what you have written. That's for them to handle. Either when you express yourself the way you want to, you're at peace. How the other person takes it is totally up to them. Take your life, enjoy it. Be happy with what you're doing, Aquarius, right? Whatever you want to do as far as your relationship goes with this person, it's like, you be happy with doing what you want to do. The other person, it's all about the vibe, if the other person is not vibing with your happiness, there's always going to be a conflict. But you maintain your vibe, you maintain your frequency. You will meet somebody who shares that with you, rather than you turning things around, to suit another person. Why? The other person is being happy doing what they're doing now. What about your happiness? So take your life, enjoy it, do what you want. Somebody matching that frequency will find their way to you. everyone lives in their own dream. Precisely, that's what, the cards are saying, that everyone has their own reality. Don't adjust and compromise to suit somebody's reality. You live in your own reality. You will find somebody who will match that vibe and come towards you. It's, after all, wanting to have people who share your vibration. So it's not the best thing to stay focused on somebody and trying to make their vibe match yours, because everyone lives in their own dream. Let them be happy in theirs, you be happy in yours. Whether they change, whether they adapt to whatever you are offering, that's totally up to them. But don't compromise on yourself. Don't be poisonous to yourself, right? Be happy and see what you attract with that happiness, because it's like really true to you. That's the insight. You will all get your own insights. I'm just explaining the cards here, right? So with that, I'll wrap up your reading, Aquarius. Thanks for watching.